Welcome back to my Factorio Nullius playthrough. Today I want to get solvent into these machines to produce epoxy. And I think I'll just get this pipe up there. I hope I do have enough pipes. The robots are still delivering stuff to me. Now I need to probably see if anything else is on this line that might interrupt the pipeline. But I think this should be fine, and I might somehow try to connect it to here. This is also solvent. I guess I'll just go. And this is not perfectly aligned there, but I can align it here to be on this diagonal. I don't know if I want to walk. I guess I should walk, because driving with a car and then trying to build something is quite difficult. I might also go back for a moment to collect things. Probably just yield modules. I don't know if I can already build the next tier of modules. This may seem quite boring, but eventually I will arrive. And I guess I'm also looking up and down whether there's anything to do. Might just check those pipes. They all have, except for the benzene, quite average stuff in them, and these chlorine and hydrogen chloride pipes are quite empty. Don't know if I need to do something about that. And yeah, this fits exactly, except that I might have to move this wastewater pipe slightly, which is fine. So now the solvent should arrive and I can get epoxy. And I wonder how far away I am from my bricks storage. That should be somewhere around here, if I still have that. Those are stones. I guess they could also theoretically be used. Oh yes, there is some bricks storage. I wonder if I could just order some robots to do that. I will just put stone bricks on the third hotbar. And then I will just try to make myself a few ways through here, and constructing this will probably take some time. It's, I guess, now exactly under the chlorine pipes, but at least then I have some kind of way that I might want to go on while walking forth and back. It will not be good for the car because of the pipes, but I guess in other relations this might be okay. And I guess on the way back I can construct the pipe for the epoxy. I want to figure out where else that is used. So in quite a few recipes, all these boxes apparently. So I guess you can produce certain kinds of boxes with other boxed items. I never really looked at these boxes. Motor 3 box. I want to see if the Motor 3 It might have the same recipe without the boxes. I'll have to investigate that later because I can't have it side by side right now. So this will be the epoxy pipe. At least I think epoxy was fluid. In the game Eco, the epoxy is a solid. But I guess it might also be both. Isn't that some kind of artificial sap? I really have no idea what it is, but maybe. Okay, this is slightly problematic. I have to double take this. But now I can go down. And then I realize that I don't have to do that actually. I can build this slightly different. Probably align this there. And then I will have to check where the epoxy comes out exactly. It's already there, so I can install pipes. I wonder how long it will take the robots to build these bricks. Okay, now we have epoxy. There was probably a reason I totally forgot to look at what I wanted to do with this. Probably it was fiberglass or optical cable. I have no idea what they are used in. Maybe I need this processor. I also need to look at the research if there's any milestones. Not sure if maybe the relay 2 might need that. Can I look at this here? Doesn't seem like it needs epoxy. Or, I don't know, maybe any kind of these circuits. So I will look at the optical cable and its uses. I have no idea why I'm producing that now, but I guess I will find out eventually. Maybe I just wanted to get rid of the ECH. I will now basically copy this. And now I have tripled the production of epoxy and tripled the consumption of ECH. I will look at ECH again. Maybe that was the reason why I wanted to produce epoxy. But maybe epoxy had some other use and I didn't look at this properly. Solar panel 2 possibly. What does this do? Okay, this doesn't show what it does. So I will have to look at some other menu. "200 kilowatts compared to 100 kilowatts, so it's twice as efficient. But it also needs 3 of the first tier of solar panels. I think I should have most of these ingredients already. I just have no idea where exactly I would build the next factories and where the kind of new bus design would come in. This is all kind of detached from my basic bus that I have built up here. I guess there were reasons why I built these machines. Still have them. Just want to take a look what I can make in them. Oh yes, the solar panel too is a recipe in there. And I guess I have originally used this for monocrystalline silicon. And yeah, the processor one needs fiberglass. I guess this is the reason why I went for epoxy in the first place. So maybe I should work on fiberglass next. Not sure if I should go for the other solar panels. I might just look at my energy levels. So it seems like I could use more power production sometimes. Maybe the wind also does most of the job most of the time. They are basically going up and down. It's of course bad if the wind doesn't pick up at night. Then the accumulators or grid batteries and the backup turbines have to get in. I'll now look at the fiberglass recipe. I guess for fiberglass I need glass fiber. That's a bit odd. And that is just hard glass and water. I don't know what hard glass is. Alumina, silica, boric acid and lime. I will see whether I have boric acid. Apparently I do. I guess that's used in this boron stuff. And I need it for hard glass. Along with some other things. Right now I don't really know where to produce this. It only takes solids, apparently. That's quite good. But still, I have the problem of having this detached bus with a lot of different recipes here, not really connected. One option would be to move a lot of things to the right. Another option would be a circular bus that I have planned for a while, but that would take quite long to bring all the necessary ingredients around in a huge circle. I might also try to define where there is open space, where there's no planned belts that I could just prolong to the west. And there's not much easy space where I can work through with belts. I have mostly closed off all of this area with solar panels up there, with other kinds of factories down here. I guess I could remove most of these or replace them to be done somewhere here. I guess some of these things are already replacements for the aluminum chain. Should take a good look at all of this and see whether I can just use these things. So this is... yeah, maybe now I should actually go into the replacement of all of this and maybe correct my bus. It might take a while to do that, but I think it would be worth doing. Removing all the things that are sideways, that are sort of in the same location as other things, like this iron, crushed iron stuff. This should be reserved for the steel production, although it's already kind of bad to mix these different kinds of steel products, because then none of these is extendable. But also I'm lacking steel ingots. Not sure if I can or should do something about that. So steel is coming from down here, it's also sideways. I want to look whether I have steel ingots somewhere else. And I still hate that I don't automatically go into the search. And then I pressed some buttons for steel and then I landed in other menus. So there's only these 12 machines that produce steel ingots. I want to see if there's any other recipe for steel ingots. There is now. So there's iron ingots and oxygen. There's also iron ingots with lime and oxygen. I guess that would be more efficient. Then there are the boxing recipes. I guess they don't really matter at the moment. I should definitely try this steel ingot 2 recipe. Using lime and oxygen, getting crushed limestone out and some gravel. I think right now I can deal with gravel properly, so that would make sense. And what I think I might be doing is basically putting the new steel foundries all the way to the right there somehow, maybe there. This is already using steel, so maybe that might make sense. And I also think that I should work on the circular bus bit by bit. Maybe trying to explore whether this lake ends at some point. And then basically having a circular bus for a few things that I need back here. And then work my way through there. Also trying to move things up that are in the way of my planned bus designs. Maybe also move this solar panel array somewhere else. There is some space that I have reserved for that. So there will be a lot of planning and rebuilding involved. But I think it will be worth eventually. It will also hold my progress for a long while. I'll probably not do much in terms of new things. I also wondered whether I should record all of this or just leave it out and maybe summarize what I did. Still not sure where to go with this playthrough. Also whether just one episode weekly would be good enough, or already too much, I don't know. That is something I cannot judge myself. I might just have both steel foundry recipes to the right where I just said next to the bus. And then I will prioritize the one with limestone. Hope I can make it through here. There should be a few things in the way. And it's bad if there are wind turbines because they block my sight. I want to see if I have foundries, I guess 20 of the best ones. And I also want to see whether I can already make the next tier of foundry. Apparently not. Metalworking 4. Let's just look at that. Yeah, it needs the sort of nuclear looking science packs. Physics apparatus. Seems to be quite far down the line. And now it's only showing the directly dependent researches, so there are a lot more that I would need to do eventually for other things. So the next steps will be building these steel foundries and then exploring around the lake. This is the place for the steel foundries. I should also consider that I want to have a lot of pipes that are potentially part of the bus somehow. And I guess I already considered it with these machines. They are a bit lower down. They are below the lowest pipe, I think, there. But I might even go one wind turbine length lower with these foundries. And then I'll just start at least pointing out where they go. This will be just steel ingots. But there should be a different recipe. Is this... maybe it's produced somewhere else. In a medium furnace. 2 or 3, so... I guess I didn't consider that, but that is fine. So that's the new steel recipe. This needs 2 solid ingredients. 25 seconds craft time, so this will take a lot of time. Okay. So I will definitely work with this pipe system like that. I hope there should be enough space next to this machine, but I guess this is only one storage chest there. I also should order more red underground belts and try to already start working with belt weaving. At least that's what I'm thinking about now. And I will certainly at some point replace these kinds of belts. So this will be replaced by belt weaving eventually. And also eventually I will have these pipe buses go through all the way here. But this will also take some time until that's implemented. So there will be the inputs for iron ingots and I think lime. Yeah, lime. And then there will be outputs for, I guess, everything else. I don't know how I will work with this. Maybe I need filters. Or maybe I will just filter this at the end and just work with the fastest inserters I have. Not sure which kind of speed I need at the moment. At least these don't produce any liquid outputs, so this will help. But I guess this half implementation of what I want to do is good enough for this episode. Thank you for watching.